Welcome to NEET Biology MCQs educational channel. Are you a NEET aspirant? Get ready to challenge your brain with high-quality MCQs based on the NCERT book. Sharpen your concepts, enhance application skills, and master assertion reasoning and statement-based questions. This is your ultimate MCQ power zone for NEET success. Match List I with List 2. List I, disease. List 2, pathogen. A. Malaria. I. Plasmodium. B. Typhoid. 2. Salmonella typhi. C. Pneumonia. 3. Streptococcus pneumoniae. D. Ascariasis. 4. Ascaris lumbricoides. Choose the correct answer from the options below. A. A2, B1, C4, D3. B. A2, B4, C1, D3. C. A4, B3, C2, D1. D. A1, B2, C3, D4. Correct answer is D. A1, B2, C3, D4. Explanation: Malaria is caused by Plasmodium species A1. Typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi B2. Pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae, among others, C3. Ascariasis is caused by the roundworm Ascaris lumbricoides, D4. 3 types of muscles are given as A, B, and C. Identify the correct matching pair along with their location in the human body. A. Skeletal triceps. B. Smooth stomach. C. Cardiac heart. B. A. Skeletal biceps. B. Involuntary intestine. C. Smooth heart. C. A. Involuntary nose tip. B. Skeletal bone. C. Cardiac heart. D. A. Smooth toes. B. Skeletal legs. C. Cardiac heart. Correct answer is A. Skeletal triceps. B. Smooth stomach. C. Cardiac heart. Explanation: skeletal muscles, voluntary, control movements like triceps, biceps. Smooth muscles, involuntary, are present in internal organs like stomach, intestine. Cardiac muscles are found only in the heart and are involuntary with rhythmic contractions. Match List I with List 2. List I, biotechnological tool. List 2, function. A. Restriction enzymes. I. Cutting DNA at specific sites. B. Ligases. 2. Joining DNA fragments. C. Vectors. 3. Carrying foreign DNA into host. D. Host cells. 4. Expressing recombinant. Choose the correct answer. DNA. A. A1, B2, C4, D3. B. A2, B4, C1, D3. C. A4, B3, C2, D1. D. A1, B2, C3, D4. Correct answer is D. A1, B2, C3, D4. Explanation: restriction enzymes cleave DNA at specific recognition sequences A1. Ligases help in joining DNA fragments B2. Vectors, plasmids, viruses, carry recombinant DNA into host cells C3. Host cells are used to express and replicate the inserted foreign DNA D4. Match the following ecological terms in List 1 with their description in List 2. List 1, term. List 2, description. A. Commensalism. 1 benefits, other unaffected. B. Parasitism. 2. 1 benefits, other harmed. C. Mutualism. 3. Both benefit. D. Competition. 4. Both harmed due to stargule. Choose the correct answer. A. A2, B3, C4, D1. B. A3, B4, C2, D2. C. A4, B1, C2, D3. D. A1, B2, C3, D4. Correct answer is D. A1, B2, C3, D4. Commensalism, one species benefits. The other is unaffected, R1. Parasitism, one benefits. Host is harmed, B2. Mutualism, both organisms benefit, C3. Competition, interaction where both species are negatively affected due to limited resources, D4. Which of the following statements is incorrect? A. Most commonly used bioreactors are of stirring type. B. Bioreactors are used to produce small-scale bacterial cultures. C. Bioreactors have an agitator system, an oxygen delivery system, and a foam control system. D. A bioreactor provides optimal growth conditions for achieving the desired product. Correct answer. B. Bioreactors are used to produce small-scale bacterial cultures. Explanation. Bioreactors are primarily used for large-scale production of cells, products, enzymes, vaccines, etc. Hence, statement B is incorrect. The rest describe essential features or functions of bioreactors accurately. Choose the correct answer. List 1, tool term. List 2, function feature. A. Gel electrophoresis, 1. DNA amplification. B. PCR2, DNA separation by size. C. Plasmid 3, DNA transfer to host. D. Restriction enzyme 4, DNA cutting at specific sequences. Choose the correct answer. A. A3, B1, C2, D4. B. A4, B1, C2, D3. C. A3, B2, C1, D4. D. A2, B1, C3, D4. Correct answer is D. A2, B1, C3, D4. Explanation. Gel electrophoresis separates DNA fragments based on size, A2. PCR is used for amplifying DNA segments, B1. Plasmids act as vectors to transfer foreign DNA, C3. Restriction enzymes recognize specific DNA sequences and cut them, D4. The diagram shows restriction sites in E. coli cloning vector PBR322. What is the role of genes X and Y? A. X controls the copy number of linked DNA. Y codes for replication protein. B. X codes for replication protein. Y gives antibiotic resistance. C. X contains recognition sites. Y gives antibiotic resistance. D. X gives antibiotic resistance. Y codes for replication protein. Correct answer is D. X gives antibiotic resistance. Y codes for replication protein. Explanation. In PBR322, the X gene, example AMPAR or TETAR, gives resistance to antibiotics like ampicillin or tetracycline, making it a selectable marker. Y gene codes for a protein involved in replication initiation. Thus, option D is correct. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. The presence or absence of hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity. Statement 2. The hymen is torn during the first coitus only. A. Both 1 and 2 are false. B. 1 is true, 2 is false. C. 1 is false, 2 is true. D. Both 1 and 2 are true. Correct answer is B. Statement 1 is true, statement 2 is false. The presence, absence of hymen is not a reliable virginity test. It can be torn during non-sexual activities like sports. So, statement 1 is true. Hymen may not always tear during first intercourse or may already be torn. Statement 2 is false. Consider the following statements. A. Annelids are true coelomates. B. Porphyrians are pseudocoelomates. C. Aschelmints are acoelomates. D. Platyhelminths are pseudocoelomates. Choose the correct answer. A only. B. C only. C. D only. D. B only. Correct answer is A only. Explanation. Annelids, like earthworms, have a true column, schizocoelous origin. Porphyrians lack body cavities, they are acoelomates. Aschelminths, example roundworms, have a pseudocoelom, not no column. Platyhelminths are acoelomates, not pseudocoelomates. Thus, only A is correct. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. In the nephron, the descending limb of the loop of Henle is impermeable to water and permeable to electrolytes. Statement 2. The proximal convoluted tubule is lined by simple columnar brush border epithelium, which increases the surface area for reabsorption. A. Both I and 2 are false. B. I is true, 2 is false. C. I is false, 2 is true. D. Both I and 2 are true. Correct answer is C. Statement 1 is false, statement 2 is true. Explanation. The descending limb is permeable to water and impermeable to solutes, reverse of statement 1. The PCT has brush border epithelium to increase surface area for reabsorption. Hence, only statement 2 is true. Following are the stages of cell division. A. Gap2 phase. B. Cytokinesis. C. Synthesis phase. D. Karyokinesis. E. Gap1 phase. A. EBDAC. B. BDEAC. C. ECADB. D. CEDAB. Correct answer is C. ECADB. Explanation. The correct sequence of cell cycle stages is G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase, karyokinesis, cytokinesis. E. Gap1, G1, is the first phase after mitosis. C. Synthesis, S phase is when DNA replication occurs. A. Gap2, G2, is the preparation phase for division. D. Karyokinesis is division of nucleus. B. Cytokinesis is division of cytoplasm. Thus, E. C. A. D. B is the correct order. In both sexes of cockroach, a pair of jointed filamentous structures called anal cerci are present on A. 10th segment. B. 8th and 9th segment. C. 11th segment. D. 5th segment. Correct answer is C. 11th segment. Explanation. Anal cerci are paired sensory appendages found in both male and female cockroaches on the 11th abdominal segment. This help detect vibrations and are part of the cockroach's defense response. List 1. Organism product. List 2. Use application. A. Trichoderma. 1. Biocontrol agent. B. Streptococcus. 2. Production of streptokinase. C. Monascus purpureus. 3. Lowers blood cholesterol. D. Cyclosporin A. 4. Immunosuppressant. Choose the correct option. A. A1 B2, C3, D4. B. A2, B3, C1 D4. C. A3, B1 C4, D2. D. A4, B2, C3, D1. Correct answer is A. A1B2, C3, D4. Explanation. Trichoderma acts as a biocontrol agent, A1. Streptococcus produces streptokinase, used in dissolving blood clots, B2. Monascus purpureus produces statins, which lower cholesterol, C3. Cyclosporin A is an immunosuppressive drug, especially used in organ transplant, D4. Which of the following is not a steroid hormone? A. Testosterone. B. Progesterone. C. Glucagon. D. Cortisol. Correct answer is C. Glucagon. Explanation. Glucagon is a peptide hormone produced by alpha cells of the pancreas. Testosterone, progesterone, and cortisol are all steroid hormones synthesized from cholesterol. Thus, glucagon is the correct answer as it is not a steroid. Following are the stages of the conduction pathway of an action potential in the heart. A. AV bundle. B. Purkinje fibers. C. AV node. D. Bundle branches. E. SA node. Choose the correct sequence. A. AECBD. B. BDECA. C. EADBC. D. ECADB. Correct answer is D. ECADB. Explanation. The correct order of conduction of impulse in the human heart is SA node, AV node, AV bundle, bundle of His, bundle branches, Purkinje fibers. SA node initiates the impulse, pacemaker. AV node delays it. AV bundle conducts to ventricles. Branches carry it down. Purkinje fibers distribute it to muscle. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1, microbe product. List 2, use. A. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, 1. Ethanol production. B. Penicillium notatum, 2. Antibiotic production. C. Methanobacterium, 3. Biogas production. D. Monascus purpureus, 4. Blood cholesterol lowering agent. Choose the correct option. A. A1B3, C4, D2. B. A4, B1C2, D3. C. A3, B1C4, D2. D. A1B2, C3, D4. Correct answer is D. A1B2, C3, D4. Explanation. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, yeast, is used for ethanol production, A1. Penicillium notatum produces penicillin, an antibiotic, B2. Methanobacterium helps in biogas production, C3. Monascus purpureus produces statins that reduce cholesterol, D4. Which of the following is not a natural, traditional contraceptive method? A. Periodic abstinence. B. Lactational amenorrhea. C. Waltz. D. Coitus interruptus. Correct answer is C. Waltz. Explanation. Waltz are barrier methods, not traditional or natural. Periodic abstinence, lactational amenorrhea, and coitus interruptus are considered natural methods, requiring no device or medication. Which one is the correct product of DNA-dependent RNA polymerase for the given template? Template. Read the sequence carefully. Analyze the given nucleotide sequence of template option ABCD carefully. Correct answer is D. Explanation. Transcription involves complementary base pairing to the DNA template strand. Replace T with A with U, G with C, and C with G for RNA. Correct transcript of is as given below. Which one of the following factors will not affect the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium? A. Genetic drift. B. Gene migration. C. Constant gene pool. D. Genetic recombination. Correct answer is C. Constant gene pool. Explanation. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is maintained only when the gene pool remains constant. All other options, migration, drift, recombination, introduce variation, disturbing the equilibrium. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1, disorder mechanism. List 2, description. A. Turner's syndrome 1. 44 plus XO condition. B. Klinefelter's syndrome 2. 44 plus XXY condition. C. Down syndrome 3. Trisomy of chromosome 21. D. Color blindness 4. X-linked recessive disorder. Choose the correct answer. A. A1B3, C2, D4. B. A4, B1C3, D2. C. A3, B4, C1, D2. D. A1B2, C3, D4. Correct answer is D. AI, B2, C3, D4. Explanation. Turner's syndrome missing one X chromosome, 44 plus XO, A1. Klinefelter's syndrome, an extra X chromosome in males, 44 plus XXY, B2. Down syndrome trisomy 21, extra chromosome 21, C3. Color blindness, X-linked recessive disorder, D4. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1, disorder. List 2, feature. A. Phenylketonuria 1. Defective phenylalanine metabolism. B. Sickle cell anemia 2. Substitution of glutamic acid by valine. C. Down syndrome 3. Trisomy of chromosome 21. D. Hemophilia 4. X-linked recessive disorder. A. A1B2, C3, D4. B. A2, B3, C4, D1. C. A4, B1C2, D3. D. A3, B4, C1, D2. Correct answer is A. A1B2, C3, D4. Explanation. Phenylketonuria, genetic disorder due to inability to metabolize phenylalanine, A1. Sickle cell anemia, mutation causes valine to replace glutamic acid, B2. Down syndrome, caused by trisomy 21, C3. Hemophilia, a sex-linked, X-linked, disorder affecting blood clotting, D4. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1, organism enzyme. List 2, function use. A. Streptococcus 1. Produces streptokinase. B. Trichoderma 2. Biocontrol agent. C. Monascus purpureus 3. Produces statins to lower cholesterol. D. Penicillium notatum 4. Produces penicillin. Choose the correct answer. A. A3, B1C2, D4. B. A3, B4, C1, D2. C. A2, B1C4, D3. D. A1B2, C3, D4. Correct answer is D. A1B2, C3, D4. Explanation. Streptococcus, used to obtain streptokinase, A1. Trichoderma, acts as biocontrol agent, B2. Monascus purpureus, used to make statins, anticholesterol, C3. Penicillium notatum produces penicillin, an antibiotic. D4. Assertion: a breastfeeding during the initial period of infant growth is recommended by doctors for a healthy baby. Reason: our colostrum contains several antibodies essential for developing resistance in the newborn baby. A. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. B. A is correct but R is not correct. C. A is not correct, but R is correct. D. Both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Correct answer is D. Both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Explanation: colostrum, the first milk, is rich in antibodies, especially IgA, and essential nutrients, helping the newborn build immunity. Hence, both statements are correct and R explains A. The flippers of penguins and dolphins are examples of A. Natural selection, B. Convergent evolution, C. Divergent evolution, D. Adaptive radiation. Correct answer is B. Convergent evolution. Explanation: convergent evolution refers to different organisms evolving similar traits independently due to similar environments or selective pressures. Penguins, birds, and dolphins, mammals, both have flippers for swimming and adaptation to aquatic life, but from different ancestors. Which of the following factors favor the formation of oxyhemoglobin in alveoli? A. High partial pressure oxygen and lesser hydrogen ion concentration. B. Low partial pressure of carbon dioxide and high hydrogen ion concentration. C. Low partial pressure of carbon dioxide and high temperature. D. High partial pressure oxygen and high partial pressure of carbon dioxide. Correct answer is A. High partial pressure oxygen and lesser hydrogen ion concentration. Explanation: oxyhemoglobin formation is favored in the lungs, alveoli, where partial pressure oxygen is high due to atmospheric oxygen, partial pressure of carbon dioxide is low, and hydrogen ion concentration is low, alkaline pH. This promotes oxygen binding with hemoglobin. Options B, C, and D represent acidic or high carbon dioxide conditions that favor oxygen release, not binding.